Hi guys, this is Mima from NOS Couture, and today we'll be making a two-piece bubu. But before we do that, please like and subscribe to this channel. You don't know who might be watching, you don't know who might need this. Please tell us, please share us to your friends and to your loved ones. Okay, so this is the first part of the bubu, which is the organdy part. I got 2.5 yards for this, so I'm placing on fold from one side of the shoulder to the other side of the sleeve, which I measured from the half side of the shoulder to the other side, and I got that to be, I think, around 10 or 12, plus the shoulder, which is here. Our shoulder is 16, which is 8, then plus from there to where I want the sleeve to stop. But before that, I took out the amount of flare I wanted. I minused it from this, so I got that, and I took the whole measurement down. I formed the rectangle with this. Then at the hemline, I also went up by 4.5 inches by the side, and I made a curve to connect that 4.5 inches by the side to the length of the bubu. So remember, this bubu has flare that goes from the shoulder side, from the shoulder side to the hem of the dress, which I've already considered before getting this measurement. So this is me cutting out the bubu, and I've notched out the shoulder. So right now I'm trying to get the neckline. I think I used 3 inches for the width, then 8.5 for the front part, which is the depth of the front. Then for the back, I used 1 inch because judging from the picture from the video I just posted, it has an inbuilt high collar, so I considered the neckline also. So I'm using 8.5 for the neck depth. I'm connecting with my French curve, as you can see right now, connecting the front part to the shoulder, and I also connect the back part to the shoulder. I'm also connecting the back part to the shoulder as well. Okay, so this is a 2-in-1 bubu, so it's a bit not too complicated, but just find time, relax and watch. Okay, so we're cutting out the neckline right about now. So I'm trying to separate the pieces together. Remember, there's no shoulder joining, so you'll be careful not to cut out the front neckline together with the back neckline. So I've taken out the back neckline and I'm separating them so I can cut out the front neckline separately on its own, because we don't have any shoulder joining at this point. So I'm trying to get those 2 notch points I made at the shoulder to make sure they are accurate. Okay, so this is me putting it in place. Please like and share to your loved ones. Like and subscribe. Help this little girl here to grow. Please help our channel to grow. Your likes, your comments would go a long way. Your like and comments will go a long way. Okay, so this is the flare part of the kimono. Remember, I said I took out some measurement. So I placed the fabric on a triangular form, just 1 piece. So we have 2 folds here in a triangular form. So I didn't do the normal pie method of flare because the flare was way too big and I didn't want to waste much fabric, but it all came out nice. So what I did in this sense was to take from that notch point of the shoulder I told you about to the hem of the dress, and I measured what I got. I divided it into 2, then I added the length of the remaining flare that would complete the fabric. So this side you're seeing here is the lower part of the flare, and from here to here is the shoulder part. So I think I cut this in 4 folds, in 4 details because the flare was quite big. Like I said, if I had gone the pile method, it would have eaten enough fabric. It would have eaten enough fabric because I remember this customer brought like 5 yards of this damask, and I got 2.5 yards of the organdy, and she wanted some part of it left. So this is the inner of the bubu. So this is the bigger part of the hip, the bigger part of the body, which is the hip, unfold. So I'm cutting for front and back together, making sure I'm having the accurate length of the top plus my 1 inch sewing allowance. Let's do 1.5. Same 5. Okay, so the shoulder is 16, but we're making the inner bubu like an off shoulder, then we'll add a spaghetti strap back to it. So I'm taking a 5, then I'll put in my armhole measurement, which is 8, but since it's going to not show much, I'll just leave it at 8. I'm supposed to add like 1 inch more for ease on the armhole, but I'll just leave it at 8. Then her bust point, 10.5, 11. Her waistline, 16.5. 16 plus half an inch sewing allowance. Then her hip depth. So I've never met this customer before. Her measurement was sent in, so I'm going to do it by my brain. I'll just use 7.5 for her hip and about extra 1.5 to balance the hip measurements. Yes, can we help it? So I'm doing all lines together now. This is your top line, the chest line, your bust point, your waistline, the hip line, and your hemline. So her bust is a free wear. Her bust is 40 liter. 40, which is 10 divided by 4, and I'm adding 1 inch. So 1 inch is, because this is going to be a free wear. Then my sewing allowance, which is 1.5. My hip is 35. Which is 8.75. Because I might likely ignore the hip when I want to connect. I might likely ignore the waist when I want to connect. The hip is 42, which is 10.25. 10.5, sorry. So it's 1 inch sewing allowance. 1 inch ease allowance. And my sewing allowance, which is 1.5. So whatever I have on the first hip line, I will put on the second hip line as well, which is 13. I'll just take these measurements all the way to the end. It's my long ruler. I made the bottom part a bit edge so that you can be able to walk in the inner part. So I said, okay, so let's impute the waistline, which is 9.75. 8.75 for the main hip, then 1 inch sewing allowance for the 1 inch ease allowance, sorry, plus 1.5 for sewing allowance. So I'll connect all lines together. I'll connect from my waistline to the second hip line, then I'll connect here to the bust, and whatever I have on the bust line I'll take over to my chest line as well. 12.5. On the shoulder line, remember it's an off shoulder. Our actual shoulder is 8, 16, which is 16 divided by 2, which is 8. So you don't want the shoulder to be dropping off the chest. So our actual shoulder is 8. So what I'll do is come in by 1.5 or 2 inches. You get, which is 6 or 6.5. So by the time she wears it, it just clings here. So I'll add my sewing allowance, which is 1/2 inch. Do I really need 1/2 inch? I don't really need it. So let's connect from the first line to this place. So I'm cutting for both front and back. Since it's a free wear, but if it's not a free wear, I dare not cut on both front and back, because every woman has a bust in front and there's no bust at the back. So definitely your front half length is longer than your back half length when you're cutting a fitted wear, not a free wear. So I'll go ahead and cut. Top and bottom half. Alright guys, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Help this little girl grow, help this young girl grow. There will definitely be a part 2 of this video. They will cut the inbuilt collar and all that. Bye guys.